Chapter 3 The Great Sea Queen. The lighthouse of the gods shone magnificently in the brilliant sunlight as the witches stood silently in honor of the sea witch. Pink, purple, and golden blossoms showered down on the crowd assembled to mourn the passing of a great and terrible queen. Nanny had put Ursula's remains in a ship constructed of delicate golden straw, adorned with beautiful seashells and glittering white sand. The ship sparkled in the sunlight and was reflected beautifully by the rippling water. The waves glittered with the golden straw that was mingling with the blossoms in the water. Circe nudged the ship gently, sending Ursula farther into the waves. "Goodbye, Great One," she said softly. Ursula looked peaceful, and Circe was thankful to Nanny for bringing Ursula's remains together so they could honor her. It was a proper tribute that befitted the Queen of the Sea. Circe knew if Triton had given Ursula her rightful place by his side as ruler, she would still be alive, and that was what hurt Circe's heart most. Circe held Nanny's hand tightly as they said goodbye. It tugged at Circe's heart to let her friend go, but she was thankful she had Nanny, Princess Tulip, and Prince Popinjay by her side. They all looked pensive as they took in the magnitude of the great loss, and it was unnoticed by anyone else but Circe saw Popinjay had taken Tulip's little hand in his. He squeezed it gently, as if to remind Tulip that he was there for her if she needed him. Circe smiled, because she knew the beautiful princess could meet any challenge that came her way without Popinjay's help. Nevertheless, Circe was happy he was there for Tulip. Triton was not in attendance. He had been warned that he was not welcome, so Circe was surprised to see that merfolk from Triton's kingdom had come to pay their respects. She had to wonder if Triton had declared his complicity to his people, and if that was why some of them seemed to be truly mourning Ursula's passing. Did some of them have pity for Ursula, or at least understand her motives after they'd heard her story? Perhaps they were simply there to see with their own eyes that the sea witch was no longer a threat. Circe didn't know. One of the mermaids from Triton's court swam up to Circe and Nanny. She was pretty, with a small, pointed crown made of delicate coral. Her voice had a familiar ring to it. "Hello, my name is Athena," the young mermaid said. "I'm Triton's eldest daughter. He sent me here to see that his sister was given a proper funeral." She looked at the witches, who were staring blankly back at her. Out of nervousness, she kept talking. "I hope you don't mind my sisters and I being here." Nanny looked at the group of mermaids. All of them were looking in their direction, worried expressions on their faces. "If you are here to honor her, dear, then you are more than welcome." Circe looked at Athena suspiciously. "I'm surprised you're here after everything Ursula did to your little sister." Athena smiled, but her eyes were sad. "And I'm surprised you honor her so graciously after she nearly destroyed you." Circe could sense the young mermaid was conflicted. The mermaid was torn between her loyalty to her little sister Ariel and her obligation to the woman she hadn't known was her aunt. "I'm here for my father, and for Ursula, for the woman she could have been had my father not ruined all that was good within her," Athena added. Her answer was good enough for Circe. "You are welcome here, then, Athena. Tell your father we gave Ursula a funeral fit for a queen. That's who she was, and who she shall always be, Queen of the Sea." The mermaid swam back to her sisters. Together they watched a procession of ships escort Ursula's exquisitely constructed ship of golden straw farther out to sea. Fireworks shot from the ships, casting golden lights into the sky. Beneath them, Ursula's ship was taken by the tides, the fine straw dispersing and releasing her remains to the sea, where she would rest forever in tranquility. Circe took a deep breath and exhaled slowly. Her old friend was finally at peace. For a moment, Circe felt at ease. She was experiencing one of those perfect moments in time when everything was beautiful, even the heartbreak, and she wished that she could live in that moment just a little bit longer. But the present was quickly becoming the past as she heard Nanny gasp next to her. In the distance, the witches saw a large mass. It looked like a living force entangled by thorny vines, climbing and twisting its way toward the rocky cliffs beyond Morningstar Castle. And with it came a terrible looming darkness that harbored something sinister. Soaring above the darkness, through the turbulent clouds streaked with swirls of green light, were Maleficent's crows, the very importance of evil. Circe could feel the fearsome forest's energy with her magic. She knew the forest was not coming to destroy them. It was trying to protect Morningstar from the dark fairy.